Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bunny Cakes, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel for the first time. Today I am going to be doing a review, and here's an odd one. I actually have the physical copy of the book. I'm going to be doing a review for Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. This is a library book, thus the barcode you see there. I managed to check out some books from the library before the virus closed everything down. And now I have no idea when these are going to be returned because the library is not open. But also it's given me plenty of time to read these slowly and enjoy them. This book, Riley Sager, their first book was The Final Girls. I read it a while back ago and I loved it. And then when I was at the library the day I checked these out, they actually had this one and the other one, Last Time I Lied. They had them available, and I've been wanting to read them both, so I checked them both out. So you'll probably see a review for the third book in the future. Now these aren't a series; they're just all written by the same person. Though I do notice that this author tends to have a bit of a thematic look to the covers of their books, because all three books, if I didn't know better, I would have assumed they were in a series, because they all have like the big block letters and a bright color and some sort of scene in the background. They all look very similar, so I thought they were a series when I very first came across them, but they're not. I do note that the two that I've read so far are written in a similar manner. So they bounce back and forth in time between what's currently happening and the incident that took place. So in this one, we have a young girl who has moved from New Hampshire to Manhattan, and she's broke up with her boyfriend, and she lost her job, and she was living with her friend, and she gets this, she's looking for jobs, and she finds this ad for an apartment sitter, and she calls, and they give her the address, and she goes, and it's an apartment sitting job at the Bartholomew, and she's getting paid $1,000 a week to sit in this apartment for 3 months, and it's one of those too good to be true jobs. Um, and after the first interview, she accepts the job, and then as she's and this isn't really spoilery. She learns that there's a lot more rules than were initially stated, and then as she's meeting the other tenants of the apartment, both apartment sitters and actual tenants of the apartment building, she learns that things aren't exactly what they appear to be at first. Um, it's really good. It's really quickly paced, and it's set in a time span for the most part within like a week's time. And then towards the very end, it time jumps, and then it time jumps again. Um, and It's really well done. I found myself thinking um, that the wrong person was actually the bad guy. Um, there are some red herrings in it. It's really, really well done, though. And some of it you can kind of suspect from the beginning, but some of it you're not. And it breeds a lot of distrust, because there's another character that pops up middle to end of the book where I started to think, oh, I think that this goes deeper, because there's a lot of conspiracy in it, and I was like, I bet this goes deeper, and that person isn't really trustworthy. um and it's got some mystery to it. It's thriller. It's really well done. I like it just as much as The Final Girls. The twist in this one, I started to say it's not as big, but it's not that. It's just it's entirely different. And after you figure out the main part of the twist, you can see that there are details sprinkled all through the beginning of the book that let you know. But because you don't know to be looking for it, a lot of them you miss. So if you decide to read this, just know that um there are Easter eggs in the beginning of the book that will let you know what's happening, but they're probably not what you think they are. Um, but yeah, this was really good. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. The writing was good. The character development was good. The twists and turns were really well done. Um, and I absolutely just love this book. I'm loving this author, and I can't wait to read the next book in this series. Though I'm going to be waiting because I have some other books that I want to read um, in between these two. I don't like to often read um, the same author back to back because I feel like I get burned out on them, and then I don't like the story as much as I would have if I had given some breathing time between stories. Um, but definitely, I suggest this book. It's a quick read. I know right now on my Overdrive library, it's actually available to check out both in audio and ebook form. And of course, you can buy it at pretty much any online bookstore, Barnes& and Noble, Amazon, um, Thrift Books, not sponsored by any of those, maybe one day. But it's definitely a good thriller if you like thrillers. I think even if you're not super into thrillers, you'd probably get into this because it also kind of goes into murder mystery territory and conspiracy theory territory. And yeah, this is it. It was one of my favorite reads for the month of April. Um, but that's all I have for this book review. This is going to be a shorter one. Thank you for watching. If you like my content, please hit that like button down below. If you really like my content, I do try to make daily videos, so hit that subscribe button and that notification bell if you want to be notified of my content. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I do hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.